Greetings, humanity. It is I, Jim, and it's been a little while since I left off with Shardlight. I realized I need to get back to it. I've had a lot happening the last few weeks. The last few weeks, there has been activity. And I am now, for just a little bit, for a couple of hours, trying to force myself to relax. I have convinced myself that everyone else is being distracted by the superb owl. This is this evening is the feast of the superb owl in the United States. At least that's what I think it's called, the superb owl. So it's a very important religious sports holiday, so that many folks observe here in this country, which I have not actually watched for many decades, but sooner or later, perhaps one day. Yeah. I don't have really much against it per se, aside from the usual things one has against various things under capitalism. But it's just, just haven't really felt the need. So I'm doing this. And if anyone else needs an alternative to owl watching, here we are. At least for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back into this and see if I can remember where we are and what we're doing. A delightful, cheerful bit of post-apocalyptic gaming. As kind of a reminder, if you want to just sort of, if you will note that we have content warnings, so please do whatever you need to protect yourself as we're looking at this. So if you need to step away, that's absolutely fine. In this game thus far, we've seen that there's death, assisted suicide, illness, disease, torture, and mentions of mutilation. Those are things that come up, that have come up until this point. Don't know how much more of it we're going to see. I think we're getting close to the end. But I'm interested to see how this goes. So up until very recently, we are playing a mechanic, who got in with there's an underground resistance to these aristocrats who have taken over and raided a costume shop and put on Napoleonic gear. There has been a lot of talk centering around this figure of death called the Reaper. And very recently, our character Amy met the Reaper, and it turns out it's a guy. He's a doctor. He's wearing a costume, and has got this thing that lets him fly, sort of a glider type thing, and not a glider exactly. I don't know what hang glider kind of, sort of, yeah. And also has been working with these little fake ravens that have red eyes, like this little one, this little one over here. There are machines, it has been revealed, and he has sent us on a little quest to go and get additional servos, I believe, to help repair some of the ones that he doesn't have anymore, because he doesn't know how to make them. They're somebody else's. But we know how to repair them because we are a mechanic. So we're going and getting some parts, and hopefully we'll be back. And the idea is that they will gather the necessary evidence to be able to help the citizens. There is a terrible virus going through, and they are hoarding the vaccine deliberately. The aristocracy is hoarding the vaccine because they want to keep everyone in a very particular position. They don't want people to get better because they don't want more wars to happen. Strange thinking. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure what we were doing. There's a 67, there's an autosave. Let's load. here we are. This is the map of our beautiful city. The quarantine zone. This is... I guess this is where we're headed. It's a very dangerous place to go. This is the Reaper's Lair we just came from. That's Sector 67. Which I think led us to the Reaper's Lair. Wally's. Cathedral of St. Stephen. Reactor entrance train. Okay. It is weird, sort of, and interesting to see sort of the locations they leave up and then the ones they take away. We don't need to go to all these, do we? Who knows? We have returned to the quarantine zone.
Quarantine zone. For a lot of people, this is one of the last signs they ever get to read.
That's right, because they're people infected beyond. Amy is already infected, unfortunately. But that means that, you know, easier for her to go in. Ah! Just look around.
This is a path not many people get to return on. Nice. I think trains used to cross here when they would go in and out of the central business district. A safety sign. Looks to be warning against riding on the back of the trains.
Well, we won't have to worry about that too much. There's a Shardlight. See all these little Shardlights that are hanging from things?
A safety sign. Look. That doesn't look like it's a very pleasant job.
What are we carrying? We have our crossbow.
My trusty crossbow. It's out of ammo right now.
Okay.
A piece of metal shrapnel with a very sharp edge.
This is what led us to a portrait in, I think, Area 67. And we used that to figure out where the Reaper was.
Can't have too many weapons.
This is a Bosbol bat.
They're not in bad shape. Won't be much use if I need to protect my hands, though.
Gloves.
This is my way of communicating directly with the Dr. Aquino.
Yes. Yes. We know who he really is. All right.
Excuse me.
Huh? What do you want?
What is it you're doing out here?
Transporting people into the quarantine zone. What does it look like?
Aren't you worried about getting infected?
Well, considering this is a lottery job, not really.
Ah, yes, they go into the lottery to get vaccine.
I need to get inside the quarantine zone.
Huh. You know, I think that's the first time I've ever heard anyone say that. Why on earth would you want to go into the quarantine zone? There's nothing in there except the sick and dying.
So, let's see. I mean, there are different possibilities here. This thing might be to do this.
There's a friend of mine inside who I'm looking for.
I hate to break it to you, but people only get sent in there when it's close to the end. I'd forget about your friend if I were you.
I need to get inside the quarantine zone.
So you said, but I still don't understand why you'd want to go in there.
I'm a scavenger. I'm looking for some parts I need.
Then take my advice and go somewhere else. No scavenger that ever went inside the zone ever got back out. That's just the way the place is built. You don't look like someone with a death wish, so do yourself a favor and just forget about it.
Welp.
I need to get inside the quarantine zone.
So you said, but I still don't understand why you'd want to go in there.
I've got green lung.
Is that so? You look pretty healthy to me.
That may be, but I can assure you I've got it.
Look, my orders are to take people in who are at the terminal phase, and you clearly aren't. So unless you can prove otherwise, my hands are tied. Why are you trying to get in there anyway? If I was you, I would avoid telling anyone I was sick.
I have my reasons.
I'm sure you do.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Well, time to bring out the baseball bat. Yeah.
Way too dangerous to cross on foot. I don't think she'd be interested in that.
Oh, okay. Just turned to violence immediately.
I don't think she'd... Excuse me.
Huh? What do you want?
Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
No.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Everything going okay with you?
Yes. How are you faring?
Slowly, but surely, I'll be in touch. I need proof that I'm dying.
A rather odd request.
Yes, but if I'm going to get into the quarantine zone, I need the gatekeeper to think I'm sick enough.
I may have a plan. I just hope you aren't faint of heart.
Trust me, I'm not.
Good. Go out and see if you can find someone who has recently died of green lung. Then use your communicator to let me know. I should be able to help you further from there.
Okay, but how will I be able to tell if they died of green lung?
Look for green sputum around the body and pustules around the wrists. Those are the two telltale signs.
This is great. I'm actually going to turn the volume up just a little bit on the game, which hopefully will help.
Everything going okay with you?
Yes. How are you faring?
Slowly, but surely, I'll be in touch.
And it's just like, I want it a little soft, but I still want you to be able to hear it.
Everything going okay with you?
Yes. How are you faring?
Slowly, but surely.
Yeah, that looks
I'll be
like a
in
good
touch.
level. If anyone happens to be watching, let me know if you...
Over and out.
Let me know if this is too loud. Anyway. Right, we'll find someone who has, who's died of green lung. Should be plenty of those around. Let's see.
No sputum or pustules. This person didn't die of green lung.
Darn it.
No thanks.
Hey, you can get in there from there. Anyway. I don't think we had any people, any corpses down here. I think these are all dummies. Yeah. I can look around in there later. Just looking around. You know, we already took
It's
everything.
of no use to me.
Now this isn't recent.
Nothing useful. This corpse is missing its left arm. I wonder what happened to it.
That's the painting we went and found. Much death. Let's see. Do you have any dead bodies I could look at?
Real marble. Nice. I wonder if playing dress up with statues is considered sacrilegious.
They're still having their jam session. Okay. This is the Reaper cult. Wonder if we should tell them.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Have a good day.
May
Nope.
death come to you swiftly, fellow seeker.
I guess we're not going to tell them.
What can I help you with?
I'll speak to you later.
I look forward to it.
Nope. Okay, never mind. We will.
Real.
We will look elsewhere. We'll look down here. Oh no! I hope they're okay. Let's go down there. Do we have any corpses? I cannot explain myself.
Hello? Danton, Bruce, are you still in here?
Amy? You're alive?
Nope.
I heard they had gotten you at Willowdale Plaza.
They tried, but not hard enough. Have you had anything new in the works?
We've been trying to lay low and plan our next move. I've tried recruiting new members, but we haven't had much luck. Word of the massacre in the Market District is spread, and the people are afraid to fight the Aristocracy. It's maddening. I'm just itching to launch an attack on Tiberias, but we don't have the manpower required just yet.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't be. As long as we're breathing, we haven't lost hope.
Time for me to go. Be careful.
If you need a place to hide, you can always come back here.
Tiberius is talks through a mask and has a person in a jar that he talks to. I think I figured out somewhat who that was last time, and I've forgotten what I figured out because it was horrifying.
Danton,
What is it, Amy?
time for me to go.
If you...
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good of you to ask.
Welp. Okay.
I don't need to go.
Yep, there's only one location left. That's upsetting. I liked the cranky person in the train.
These look like the types of books Nelson collects.
But I thought maybe we weren't done here. Well, maybe we are still done here.
Excuse me.
What?
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
He's busy. I'll leave him alone.
You cannot pet the cat. Sadness. Sadness. You need a body. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out the Wally's area again in case I missed something.
I'd really rather not touch it.
It's only a mannequin. Mannequins can't hurt. Mannequin.
I shouldn't mess with it any further.
No. That was the Reaper's lair. Do we have any dead bodies that I have forgotten?
don't need to go through that again.
All right. Just make sure I didn't miss any
Not
corpses in the
surprisingly,
fridge.
it's
No.
empty.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that then.
Poking around in there with my fingers.
Stairs. There we go. I can't find my way out. There is no way out. So now it's a question of like, did I just overlook
Can't see any
something?
way in from here.
Let me see. I might have overlooked something somewhere. I just have to figure out what. Look more carefully. Oh, see? There we go. Right in front of me.
Looks like he's got pustules on his wrists, and there's a small puddle of green goo on the ground next to him. This person was definitely a victim of green lung.
There we go. First place I looked, completely stepped over the corpse. In all fairness, I have like 5 million drinks, and so that I probably I have 2 drinks, but I was not looking. All right, here we go.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Everything going okay with you?
Yes. How are you faring?
Slowly, but surely. I'll be in touch. I found our patient.
Excellent. Where is the body located?
In Sector 67, right near that painting.
I'll meet you there shortly.
Yeah. That was fast.
Soul. Hopefully this site will soon be a thing of the past. Step over there if you would, Amy. I need room to work. Here, take this.
A severed arm?
Yes. Notice the pustules around the wrist. Those are the telltale signs of the terminal phase of green lung. With some trickery on your part, you should be able to use this to get into the quarantine zone.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the young Frankenstein thing. That's why that other corpse's arm was severed, I guess. All right, let's see. Hang on. Wait. Let's add dismemberment to the list. Okay. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Just come on. Sorry, I just gotta move the just gonna move the content warning so that it's readable on both screens. As you see, I was just doing that, and that way, if I need to hop over, you see. Yes, there we go. Good, excellent. Okay, not terribly legible. I wonder if I should do like a thing where can I do the thing where I up the background opacity and make it so that you can see it that way. Will that be better? A little bit. Okay. All right, enough of that. we turn all the various little knobs on in OBS to try to make your experience better. All right, so content warning, dismemberment. Now, with that said, let's look at the severed arm we just got. Ah, what am I become?
The hand is partly decomposed, and there's pustules around the wrist. I can't believe I'm carrying this around with me. At least it doesn't smell.
Okay. Back to the quarantine zone we go. Let me delete something.
I don't see how I can use that there.
Here, look at this arm.
I can make it seem like this is my arm, but if she sees the hand in its current condition,
Oh, okay.
she'll know something's up.
Well, then in that case.
Maybe this will help.
Gloves. There we go.
Excuse me.
Yeah? What is it?
Take a look at this.
Oh, jeez. You weren't kidding. We have to get you inside. Climb up on the cart here and let's get a move on.
This place.
Well, well. Fresh meat.
I beg your pardon?
Welcome to the quarantine zone, honey. Now shut up. Boys.
Ah, prison mentality.
What are you...
So, this is how things are going to work, okay? My guys are going to search you and take anything we like. Once we do that, you don't follow us or ever talk to us again. Curl up wherever you want and wait until you die. Anything good, Honor?
Yeah, a crossbow, radio, baseball bat, a piece of metal, and a severed arm?
Huh. It's always the clean ones that are the freaks. Let her keep her little toy. Take the rest.
Let go of me!
Enjoy your stay while you can.
Well, that was delightful. You've reached the point in the game that we often have where you have all of your inventory removed from you. Alas. Okay. We've got the severed arm, that's it. I know. I already deleted it. Versus, let's see. Yes.
The heavily fortified gate. Only one way, apparently. Ugh, that smell. I wonder what this used to be. I'm guessing it used to say hobbies. This is the place.
Bees. Oh yeah, yeah, they'll have the stuff. Oh, you can't even leave the screen aside from going there. Okay. No comment.
It's sealed up. I can't get inside. I am not touching those. No.
You want to search them for stuff? Okay. Oh, okay. It's scrolls.
Oh, God.
Ah, yes. Well, yeah, well, we got to deal with that also. Well, yeah, no, okay. Last one to die, please turn out the lights. Oh, Jesus Christ. Do I are the content warnings strong enough for this? Possibly not. This is a very grisly game. It's just going to be one long thing going across the bottom of the screen. Good God. There's a lot of items. The problem with one of the problems with working with OBS, you have to be able to grab the you gotta be able to grab the thing. Okay. Anyway. So hanging also. So 2 ground 0 is the other way, and there are a bunch of hanging corpses.
Oh my God. That was probably an advertisement once. It's too faded to read now. Last one to die, please turn out the light.
They wanted
Corinth Duke. I haven't seen one of these in ages.
They wanted to make this game, even though it is a somewhat pixelated callback to point-and-click adventure games, they wanted to make a big demarcation between those games and this one. I can tell you.
Poor man. Doesn't look like he went peacefully.
And actually, there's a reason why that I might get into in a moment.
I haven't got time to scavenge for parts now. Maybe when this is all over. I'd rather not. It looks like this was painted on with blood. He hasn't got anything of value on him that I can see.
No, they'd have picked him clean by now.
Things don't look good, but I'm not at that point just yet.
Okay.
That goes further into the quarantine zone. I can see the main blast site from here.
Cool. And the war has happened. Oh. Okay. Anyway, back in here with the... more dead bodies. Okay.
A cash register. It's been a long time since this got used.
Just looking around.
A Mabel Cody model biplane. I've never seen an actual one of these in real life.
Nice. Let's see.
Another victim of green lung. Looks like they've been here for quite some time.
This is one of those cases where you want the game to vamp for you while you pour tea, but it will only do it for a very short period of time. Okay. Let's see.
I guess he wanted to go out on his own terms.
Fabulous.
Nice. It kind of looks like the one in the salt flats.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe. What was it? There was something I was going to talk about, actually. I'm not going to do it while we're standing here next to the corpse hanging, but I'll figure it out. I remembered the thing I was going to talk about. Let me see here.
Not too much left on it, but there's some kits to put together model cars and airplanes, along with some radio-controlled versions.
Okay, good.
A bunch of sealed boxes containing model radio-controlled airplanes.
Okay, all right.
Not too much left on it, but there's some kits to put together model cars and airplanes, along with some radio-controlled versions.
So, let's see. Yeah, in a minute or two, when we get out of here, I'll talk about this observation that I'm making about this game.
A mother and her child.
Oh,
At
great.
least they died together.
Okay. Well, let's start over here.
It's just a display model. It hasn't got a servo. I can't tell if it's worse out there or in here.
Your answer
Not
is yes.
surprisingly, it's empty. Great. 12 boxes still sealed. These servos will work perfectly.
Amy, not you two.
Oh, hey.
Gordon? What happened to you?
I didn't give my materials to the rebels. Instead, I took the aristocrats up on their deal for food vouchers. When I got sick, they threw me in here without a second thought. I thought I'd be taken care of. I should have at least tried helping Danton. Maybe we wouldn't be here right now. And maybe my daughter wouldn't be out there alone.
It's okay, Gordon. I'm working to try to get a permanent cure for everyone.
A permanent cure? That can't be possible.
It is. I've seen it.
But even if that was true, we're stuck here. There's no way out.
I'll find a way. I swear.
Well, as a word of warning, stay away from the old supermarket. This lady named Rita hangs out there, and she's bad news.
Thanks for the heads up, but I've already met her.
Just don't go looking for trouble if you can help it.
So just have a calm conversation next to the bodies.
Poor Gordon looks miserable. I'll let them rest in peace.
Dang it.
It's too high to reach. I'm not going to touch him. It's disrespectful. Hey, Gordon?
Yeah?
When did they put you in here?
I don't know. I haven't been counting. Seems like forever. Wasn't too long after they put up those posters of you in the market. What did you do anyway?
It's a long story, and now isn't the time. What's the deal with that Rita lady?
I haven't dealt with her too much, but she seems like a bully. Didn't give me too much trouble when I came in, but then I didn't have much of value on me.
Why would she take people's things? It's not like she can take them with her.
Who knows? Maybe she's a hoarder.
Any ideas on how to escape this place?
Escape? From here? Come on, Amy. The quarantine zone is made to keep people in. Nobody's escaped before.
Denby told me he'd done it.
Amy, Denby told me he sewed his hoodie using Tiberius's wig hair. I know he's your friend, but I wouldn't put too much stock in his stories.
Well, I'm not giving up that easily. I'm not dying in here.
You don't really have much of a choice, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna go, but I'll be back.
I'll be here.
Okie doke. Let's see. I guess that's all we can do in here.
A bunch of servos for remote-controlled airplanes. These should work for the Reaper's Ravens.
You just see if you can get a hold of the radio again. Okay. So the thing I was going to mention, as we sit by the burning bodies, is that, so a thought has occurred to me as to why this is so extremely different from a lot of other things we've seen. And as far as why it's so extremely, why there's such an extreme demarcation between this and the sort of point-and-click adventure games one used to see in like the 90s, and which is, you know, this is I mean, this is being done in that style, right? This is the whole point. I'm going to do this as one of these types of rants. Here, hi, how's it going? There's a, yeah, so the thing that I'm thinking might be the case here is that, so I do not know the full stories on any of this. This is just stuff that I was following between now. Stuff that I was looking into, like, for the past 20 years, basically, from time to time. There were a number of attempts to kind of keep the legacy of some of the older point-and-click games going, the more famous ones. That are, you know, the ones that people knew about anyway, at the time, the ones that got big. And so a lot of times folks were making their own kind of, you know, this that we see here, it's very much reminiscent of sort of the 256 color VGA or SVGA stuff that used to come out back then. especially toward in the 90s in particular, and before everything went 3D, and the Doom engine ruled all. So prior to that, I mean, even around then, Doom was working with the same stuff originally. But in any case, but the engine was different. Anyway, the thing that I'm talking about here is that there were a number of attempts over the years to try to do these kind of retro style games, and there were, I'm not going to say anyone in particular, but I know that there were sometimes things in the communities that would do these things for free. They would just, a lot of the folks who are doing this and getting, being able to sell these games now started out doing games for free as they were learning how to do these things on their own, programming things on their own that used to take a team of programmers a very long time to do. Implementers, whatever you want to call them. They didn't, people, it's like, do you have an art team? Do you have whatever? Sometimes groups of people would get together and try to do it, again, all voluntarily, on their spare time. And there were allegations eventually they got through. As with any community, things sometimes got contentious between them. And I think there were allegations thrown around toward some folks that they were just using templates from the older games. As far as the look and the feel of the thing, they were just repurposing existing code from earlier games or existing images from earlier games. And I think in some cases that might have been true, in some cases that might not have been. And I don't want to get into the whole morality of that or not, because again, these were things people were doing on their spare time for free. So you make a thing, that's how and decide to share it. It just sort of depends on how you go about it, right? So I think that part of the reason why you have games like this that are being made in the old style, but are so drastically different, might be due to the fact that people were getting, having in slightly earlier times, where, just a few years ago, like a decade ago or so, we're having those kinds of things getting thrown around. And so I think there was probably a movement because of that to make your games very different. Now, I have learned subsequently, people were still making adventure games, even, new adventure games throughout this whole period. Throughout the last 20 years, people were still making new adventure games. It just, sort of, they all had all different styles. There was, you'd have to dig to find them. And it is only within the last couple of years that I have been digging and looking for games, and you find games like this. This game comes from, what year is this game? Did this game come out, I wonder? Because that's a factor here. Shardlight was released in 2016. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So it's a little bit just post the sort of the controversy I was talking about. The controversy I was talking about, I became aware of in like early 2010s, maybe. Late aughts, early teens, and so that tracks. It's interesting, I think. Anyway, digression over. Let's get back to the apocalypse. I possibly can. Okay. Where am I? Let's see. Yeah, you can't really do anything about that one. I'm just going to save over that one. Okay, here we go. Now, escape.
There's no going back out through there.
All right. We will find another way out. Now, knowing what we know, all of which I have forgotten, we were talking to our friend about something.
Looks like this was a food store once. Can't imagine there's a whole lot left. Another unfortunate victim of green lung. Another resident of the quarantine zone. I can't tell if this person is alive or dead. Another resident. I can see the blast zone from here. To think, that's where this all started 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a tent city for those who weren't lucky enough to find shelter in the buildings. Looks like the sunlight seems even more intense here. I shouldn't stare directly into it.
Yes, that would be bad.
I can see the blast zone from here. To think, that's where this all started 20 years ago. Another resident of the quarantine. Dead disposal. Well, that's certainly direct. It's connected to the door. Maybe it's some kind of manual control? This door looks incredibly heavy.
Okay.
I'll let the dead rest in peace.
Darn it, why won't you loot the bodies?
It's They're empty. I guess people don't stick around too long in them. It's sealed shut. I'll need to unlock it if I want to get it open. It's way too high for me to reach. Dead disposal.
Okay. Death, 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 death.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to follow me? Turn around nice and slow and start walking.
I came to get my stuff back.
I'm here for my stuff.
Is that right? Well, I guess I could give you back one of your bolts. Do you prefer it in your head or your heart?
Haha, we didn't have any
Those are my
bolts.
options. I'd prefer it up your ass.
You do remember that I'm the one with the weapon at the moment, right? Now get out of here.
There's nothing out there but leveled buildings and more dead bodies.
All we can do is bother her then. Okay.
You again? You're really pushing your luck. If you're so eager to die, I can help you with that.
Rita, in a week you'll be dead, just like the rest of us. What's the point of this?
I like stuff.
Yeah, so does everyone else. And when you die, all this stuff won't matter anymore.
You know what else I like? When people stay out of my business. Why don't you mosey on out of here now? You again? You're really pushing your luck. If you're so eager to die, I can help you with that.
I need to escape from here. Do you know a way out?
Escape? Huh. The only way out of here is through the dead disposal chute. You'll get your chance to escape through there next month. Just be sure you're dead by then. You done asking stupid questions now? Get your ass out of here.
It was very kind of her to reload the bolts for us.
They're empty. I guess people don't...
I don't think there's anything else to interact with out here.
There's nothing out there but...
that I can see.
I don't see how I can use... My throwing arm isn't good enough to reach the switch from down here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. My throwing arm isn't good...
Okay. From down here, you say?
I haven't got time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gordon?
Yeah?
I think I know how to get us out of here.
What are you talking about?
The dead disposal chute. If we can open it, we can escape that way.
That chute leads down to the incinerator.
Ah.
We'll die before we escape.
That'd be a
Might
problem.
as well just hang ourselves. At least it won't be as painful.
Hear me out. Rita said that they wouldn't be disposing of bodies until next month. Tiberius is not the wasteful type. I doubt he'd allow for the incinerator to be on if it wasn't being used.
I don't know. This still sounds risky.
Strangely makes
It is,
sense.
But if we can help each other out and manage to escape, you'll be able to see Susan again. If not for me, at least try this for your daughter.
Okay, lead on.
Think you can get it open?
No good. It's sealed tight.
What about that button up there?
Of course. I saw them pushing bodies down the chute when I first got here. They pressed that button before opening the door. It's pretty high up there, though. Even if I gave you a boost, I don't think you could reach it.
And there's nothing around we could use to stand on. I think this means I'm going to need to get my crossbow back from Rita.
Need me to help you deal with her?
No, I can settle this on my own.
Okay. Oh my god. I just... Yeah.
Come on, Amy, we're wasting time. Do what you need to do and let's get out of here.
Alright, alright. I just think... I don't know. There was something I was going to say back there and I've forgotten it, but that's... Yay, ADHD. Okay.
Huh. Where did she go? Nothing in there that interests me. Even though this place is wrecked, the shelves are all decently stocked. What's going on in here?
What? How did you...
Birth.
Rita, I saw... Oh, shit.
What the hell is wrong with you, Freddy? You were supposed to make sure nobody came in.
I'm sorry, I was...
I don't want excuses. Just get her out of here.
Hang on. Who is this?
Nobody you need to worry about. Freddy, get her out of here.
Relax. I'll take care of it. Don't get our sis even more upset than she already is.
She's... your sister?
Freddy!
Go ahead, try and touch me. See how that goes for you. I'll leave you alone as soon as you give me back my crossbow.
No, my sister and her baby need protecting.
All this stuff? Have you been stealing it to help your sister?
You think anyone else in this rat hole is gonna do it? No, it's all up to me.
If I can help you with your sister, will you give me back my crossbow?
What are you, a doctor or something?
No, but I know one, and I've got a direct line to him on that radio you took from me.
Really?
See for yourself.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Amy, is that you?
No, my name is Rita. I'm here with Amy. She says you're a doctor and that you can help.
I am, and I'll do my best. What seems to be the problem?
My sister is in labor and my brothers and I don't know what to do.
I see. The first and most important thing you all need to do is relax. I'll guide you through every step of the process, but you'll need to listen carefully to my instructions.
Okay.
Can you put Amy on, please?
Sure.
Hey, Doc.
I can't imagine conditions in there are particularly hygienic.
They aren't, no.
Do you by any chance have access to water?
Actually, yes. We're in an abandoned supermarket that's got plenty.
Excellent. What about any sort of instruments like scissors or something sharp?
Yeah, I've got a few here.
Perfect. Amy, I need you to boil the water in order to sterilize the instruments. You'll need a container to keep the water in, and some way to heat it up. Do you think you can manage?
I think so, yes.
Good. Put Rita back on so I can tell her what to do.
Here you go. I'm gonna go see about getting that water.
Okay. Thank you, Amy. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm just gonna go get some air. I'll be back.
Okay, so yes, now we must assist with the birth. What is that called? I'm saying I can't remember. Oh well.
An old kettle. My crossbow isn't on the shelf, and there isn't anything else I need from it.
We do need the kettle.
Rita, can I take this kettle?
Whatever helps, go ahead.
He looks worried. I'm not going to bother him. He seems to have enough on his mind right now. She looks a lot more relaxed now. She looks like she's in a lot of pain. I shouldn't bother her if it's not important. I should probably leave her alone.
Okay.
Old and dusty. This is an older model than I'm used to seeing. Nothing in there that interests me. These shelves haven't got much, but there are a few jugs of distilled water. I probably shouldn't drink this, but I'll take a jug. Looks like this used to be a display for soup cans. There's still a few left.
Okay.
This soup expired 19 years ago. Too bad.
So.
I haven't got time to go scavenging right now.
Okay.
This water has been around since before the bombs. It's probably not drinkable.
That's why we boil it.
An empty kettle. I'll just fill it about halfway.
Now we need to find a way to heat it. Oh! I know where to heat it up!
I don't see how I can use that there. Ugh, this isn't the way I was hoping to do this. The water inside is boiling. Thank goodness the handle doesn't get hot.
Yep. That's good when you have a tea kettle. You can possibly avoid that. Hey, just so you'll know, we are delivering a baby. So if you'll give us a minute.
Come on, Amy, we're wasting time. Do what you need to do and let's get out of here.
Okay, fine. I won't tell you about delivering the baby. I'll just deliver this hot water. You don't want to hear about delivering the baby? That's fine.
Rita, here. I got you the boiling water.
Great. Ricky, take over here a second.
You don't want to know what I had to do to heat it up.
Hey, thank you for this. I'm sorry about earlier. I'm not normally like that.
Really?
Don't worry about it. You were desperate.
Yeah. Anyway, you kept your end of the deal, so here's your crossbow. I had a couple of bolts lying around too. I figure you can use them more than I can.
Thanks. Before I go, my friend is working on a permanent cure for Green Lung. That's why I'm here.
Say what?
If all goes to plan, we'll have enough of it to cure everyone soon. You won't have to worry about staying here anymore.
You're telling me this now?
It's not like you were receptive to new information before. Just focus on helping your sister. Once I get back, your family will be safe soon enough.
Thank you, Amy. And good luck.
Okay, not the radio, I see.
My trusty crossbow. I've got 2 bolts.
All right. Dee-dee-dee. What shall I really... sure. Okay. Okay. Exiting.
Come on, Amy, we're wasting time. Do what you need to do and let's get out of here.
All right.
Okay, this is the one shot that really counts.
Nice going.
I think we're ready. Would you do the honors? Thanks for the help, Gordon. I promise this will be worth it.
I believe you. Even if I don't live to see my daughter again. At least I did something at the end.
Is Gordon not coming? Okay, good.
Oh no. Gordon, quick! Grab the sides!
Amy, where are you?
Hanging off the end of the chute!
Stay still, I'm coming.
Oh, that was close. I guess I underestimated the Ministry of Energy.
That door over there? I think that's the way out of here.
You're probably right. Now we just need to figure out how to get over there.
I was gonna say, I thought that it made sense that they wouldn't be using the they wouldn't be using that power because they only have so much. They only have so much energy. They have limited resources after it, but apparently.
If I don't come up with something soon, this is going to be the last thing I look at. I don't need to touch it to know it's extremely hot. I really hope that's the way out of here. Looks like a corpse got caught on a hanging rope. Or maybe that was someone else who tried to escape. It's just out of my reach.
Well,
it's crazy enough that it just might...
I knew there was a reason why we still had this arm.
Right. Here I go.
Amy, are you okay?
Oh, man.
I'm fine. Now I just need to figure out a way to get you over here. I really hope we don't end up like this. The rope he's attached to still looks sturdy.
Okay, well, let's grab
This
that.
rope is still in good condition. I just need to untangle it.
Did you get the rope? Yes?
I
Okay,
sure
good.
have been seeing a lot of rope lately.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that happens.
He might be able to get across with this rope, but just tossing it at him won't work.
Alright, well, you got 1 bolt left.
Right. 1 bolt on a rope. Coming up.
Let's shoot him. No. Or just the shoot.
Gordon, watch your head.
Nice! I sure hope I can do this.
Might want to tie that end also.
Phew, that was a close one. Amy, focus. We gotta hurry up.
Oh,
I'm
all
trying.
right.
Gordon does not look comfortable. Can't really blame him, though. Nice work back there.
Thanks. Do you have any idea where we're going?
Not yet, but if we're in a subway tunnel, we should be on the right path back outside the quarantine zone. It hasn't run in years from the look of it. A pretty big chunk of debris. I hope these tunnels aren't prone to tremors.
They're just gravelates.
The rest of this tunnel doesn't seem to be blocked off. That's a good start. It leads back up to the maintenance tunnel for the incinerator. No way I'm strong enough to move that. He seems to be holding up okay. There doesn't seem to be any way to get inside. Gordon?
Hmm?
You holding up okay?
I think so. It was pretty intense back there, but I'm glad we made it.
Me too.
This will make a hell of a story to tell my daughter.
Gordon, could you help me move that debris?
No problem.
Why are we moving the debris?
There you go.
Thanks. It's a tiny little crawl space that goes underneath the walkway.
The reason we're not going down the tunnel?
Wow, what a relic. People actually used to use these things? That leads back to the subway tunnel entrance. There was a collapse here recently. This rubble hasn't been here very long. What do you know? It still works. Too bad it's useless to me.
Ticket machine?
It stopped at 245. It's out of reach, but also broken. It's loose, but way too heavy for me to move on my own. I doubt these have seen much use lately. I can't think of anything I could do with that. Gordon?
Hmm?
Can you help me move that rubble?
I can give it a try.
Okay, on my count, pull as hard as you can. 1, 2, 3! Nothing. Damn, we just don't have enough leverage to move these things.
Okay.
Gordon?
Hmm?
Let's go. We're almost out of here.
Lead on.
Okay, so we have this crawl space.
It's a tiny little crawl space that goes underneath the walkway. There's a rusty metal bar in here. Might be good for something.
Okay, there's your leverage.
A little rusty, but it looks sturdy enough. Come on, let's keep going.
Oh.
Well, how about that?
You know where we are?
I do, and it's time I told you something.
What?
Remember I said I had seen a permanent cure for Greenland?
Hmm.
There's a doctor waiting at the top of this building. He's got the cure, and he asked me to find someone who's terminal to be a test subject. I volunteered myself, but I still need to help him get his research for mass-producing the cure once it's been tested, which is another issue entirely. I'm sorry I didn't mention all this before, but I wanted to be sure we could escape first. I know it's a lot to take in.
What would I have to do?
I'm not entirely sure. The doctor will be able to explain it to you. We don't know what the side effects might be, and there's a chance it might not even work, but we have to try. Do you want to go through with it?
Amy, you've given me a second chance. I'll do anything to help cure Green Lung.
Great. It's just up these stairs.
Amy, you're back.
And I brought a friend. Come on in, Gordon.
Is that?
Dr. Edwin Aquino. Pleasure to meet you.
You're the Reaper?
You didn't tell him?
I didn't think he'd believe me.
Fair enough. Yes, the Reaper is a persona I created in order to do my work in secret. What's really important is that you've volunteered to test my green lung cure. I cannot thank you enough. and I'm sure the entire population will feel the same way once they've been cured.
So what is it you need me to do?
I'll explain everything, but first, there's another matter I need to take care of. You said you were able to get the servos?
I've got them right here.
Good. How long do you think it will take to repair the birds?
Less than an hour.
Excellent. I'm going to take our friend into the next room and get him started on the treatment. I'll be back in a while to see how you're doing.
Okay, I'll get to work then.
Follow me, if you would.
Yes, I'd forgotten about that, the cure.
I think that should do it.
Perfect. We have one raven for each floor of the tower. We should be able to locate my research in no time.
Ah, right. 9, 10, 11, 12. Like a dozen of these freaking things.
And now we watch and wait. Aha, there. Through that window. Can you see?
Yes, a bookcase being guarded.
It's on the 36th floor. Now we just have to determine how you're going to get into the tower.
That shouldn't be a problem. I know someone who's pretty good at figuring out ways to sneak into government buildings.
Then I wish you luck, Amy. I'll be keeping an eye on you with the ravens. If you need anything, I'll be here. Oh, and might I suggest leaving that arm with me? It would help my research and, frankly, draw less attention to you.
Of course. Here.
Yes. Oh, can I finally stop carrying around this grisly thing? Hello, Unstable Deus. Hi. Unstable Deus says, first, before we begin, I'll need you to sign here, here, and here. An initial here. Yes, before the, before doing the, doing this, the testing. See if the cure works. Okay. So now we must figure. Oh, hello! Also, Crit Witch is here. Hello, hello. I'm just trying to. 'Cause I'm here huddling, huddled away from the superb, not away from the superb owl that is stalking the night this evening. Lest it feast on us.
What an interesting contraption.
Right, but,
I wonder if I'd be able to make one of my own. I don't know the first thing about hang gliding. I'd probably just fall straight down to the ground.
You have to get it. Were you were going to get in touch with someone who about infiltration, right? Yes.
A sketch of the Reaper. Lots of little design notes written around the sides.
We are. For those of you just joining us,
Someone should really clean this place up.
it's the apocalypse, and we're trying to cure green lung. There are research notes he wants us to go and get. They're locked up in the tower. That unfortunately, the government facility we must deal with.
An old radio and some kind of electronic music equipment. They've surely been scavenged for parts. Just as I suspected. Empty.
I think we looked around in here already. I know we did, but one forgets. So people who break into places, we can go back down there and talk to the rebels. Now we have, we have these 3 places now that we can go and talk. We can go and talk to the Reaper cult if we want, or we can go and talk to the lady in the train, or we can go and talk to the rebels. I think the rebels are the people we need to talk to first. Hi.
Danton?
What is it, Amy?
I'm breaking into Tiberius's tower. Can you help me?
Come again?
He's got the research to mass produce a cure for green lung. We have to get it.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure?
I've been working with the doctor who developed it. He used to work for the Ministry of Medicine, but when he found out they were hoarding vaccine, he went rogue.
Sounds like a good man. Why haven't I heard of him before?
Surely you've heard of the Reaper. He created the disguise to work in secret.
This is perfect. The opportunity to strike is finally here.
Danton, wait. She tells you the Reaper is a doctor, and you're just going to spring an attack? We don't have enough men or supplies to do this safely. We could lose everything.
If we don't act now, we've already lost everything. How can you say no? We'd thwart Tiberius and Pure Greenlung in one night.
Because we can't do it. Danton, this isn't a game. People will die.
You think I treat this like a game? It's because of me.
Both of you, stop! No wonder this revolution hasn't gone anywhere. What would we need in order to mount an effective assault on the Ministry of Energy?
We need to find an access point to sneak in. Going through the front doors would be suicide. Some way of approaching the tower from above, or even underground, would be ideal. We also need to find a way to lure the guards at the base of the tower outside.
Yes, that's perfect. If we distract them, we can ambush them and weaken their defenses.
Okay, so a way in and a distraction. I'm on it.
Good. We'll begin preparing the troops.
Oh, great, I'm on it. How do I do this?
So we need a distraction. What do you suggest?
My thought would be to have a group of people show up. That would keep the guards' hands full while we close in on them.
Okay.
Yes, I like that idea, but we can't spare any of ours. We need them for the ambush.
If you know a bunch of folks who'd be willing to demonstrate in front of the tower, that would certainly be an option.
Cultists, probably, yes.
Do either of you have an idea on how to find a way into the tower?
The more I think about it, it seems like a better idea to get in from underground. I know there used to be a system of tunnels around the center of the city before the bombs, but I don't know how accessible they are now. If we could find someone with a working knowledge of those tunnels, we'd be set.
Okay. That might be the lady in the train, I'm not sure.
Time for me to go. Be careful.
If you need a place to hide, you can always come back here.
Okay. Once again, we're saving the game because of course we are.
So you're back.
Excuse me.
What?
Do you know if there's underground access to the Ministry of Energy?
Of course. One of the subway lines ran right underneath the tower. You're not planning on sneaking in there, are you?
I am, actually.
What on earth for?
It's a long story, but I need to get something from inside, and I can't go through the front door.
Huh. Well, I'm not gonna ask any questions, but if you're set on it, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Play with the controls. No.
Here you go. It's not to scale, but if you follow this map, it should take you to where you want to go.
Thanks.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
Okay.
It's crudely drawn, but it shows exactly how to get underneath the Ministry of Energy.
Don't say that in front of her.
Excuse me.
What?
I'll just be on my way.
Alrighty.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Minus TY then. Alright. Well, we did that. Now let's go talk to some cultists. So about your deity, I have news.
Hey, Jess?
What is it, Amy?
I was wondering if you and your flock could help me.
Of course, Amy. What do you need?
I need to get inside the Ministry of Energy, but to do so, I'll need a distraction. Would you be able to provide one?
A distraction?
Yes. I was thinking if you could stand outside the tower and play music or chant or something.
You disappoint me, Amy. I thought you were better than that.
I didn't mean to offend you. I just thought...
I'm sure you did. In any case, unless the Reaper himself provides guidance on the matter,
Oh dear.
I see my people used as a mere distraction.
I see. Have a good day.
Well,
May death come to you swiftly, fellow seeker.
well, I guess we better go talk to the Reaper. Wasn't planning on shattering their worldview today, but, you know, if you gotta. So, slight issue.
Hey, Doctor?
Yes?
Is Rita's sister all right?
She's fine, as is her son. You did well in helping them, Amy. Rita sounded very grateful.
Hopefully they'll be able to get out of there soon.
Yes, hopefully. The quarantine zone is no place for a child.
Yes. Yes, yes. As we're talking. Help talking them through delivering a baby over in the quarantine zone.
Can you come with me to the Cathedral of St. Stephen?
What for?
The Reaper cultists aren't cooperating, and I think you might be able to talk some sense into them.
Is this a good idea?
No.
Yes, I think it's about time they realize the truth about things.
Fair enough. I'll meet you there soon.
You can only have an epiphany once.
Jess, are you busy?
We just finished our noon prayer. What is it?
I need you outside right now. Bring the others, it's important.
If this is about your request, use us as a distraction.
Please, just trust me. You and everyone else here, you need to see what's outside.
Fine. Acolytes, Sister Amy has something she wants us all to see.
Oh my god.
So, what is it we're supposed to see? It's the Reaper. His worship. He's finally here for us. Oh, blessed day.
Please, your worship, take me first. I am ready to die.
It will be an honor to die at your hands, your worship.
Enough!
It can't be.
It can, and it is. I'm very sorry to disappoint, but you've all been worshipping a doctor in disguise.
How can that be? Everyone dies when you're near.
My name is Dr. Aquino. I developed
I don't have the best success rate, but that
by
just hurts.
studying those who have died from it. This outfit was only intended to scare people away. I had no idea it would have such an effect on all of you.
I saw you. You were bent over Wilson's body. He had just died. You took his arm.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I remember you. You stared at me, and I was afraid you would approach. I am sorry for the trickery. I had no idea this would happen.
So what do we do now? I was ready to die with you, you imposter! Just kill me! Kill me now!
Everyone, just stop. Don't you get it? He has a cure for green lung. Nobody has to die anymore. Nobody.
She speaks the truth. All I need to cure everyone are my research notes from Tiberius's tower.
We need help sneaking inside. If you can help us distract the guards, we can do it and get what we need.
If we distract the guards, we'll probably die there. How can you tell us we have hope to survive by doing the most dangerous thing possible?
10 minutes ago, you were praying for death. Why not die helping your families, your town, yourselves?
Jess, you've led all these people to believe that there's something better after death, and that there's a promised
I'm
land.
glad they're giving them time to process
The world
everything.
we live in become that promised land.
I'll do it.
Wonderful. Then meet at the Ministry of Energy this evening. We'll do all we can to keep you safe. Amy, I'll see you once you've gotten my research.
Count on it. Thank you all. I'll see you tonight.
It's like, here, let's just mess with people's heads. Why not? Oh my god. I'm sorry, that amuses me. That amuses me. I just feel... Yeah. Alright, well, here we go. Hi.
Danton,
What is it, Amy?
I've got everything we need to assault Tiberius's tower.
Are you absolutely sure?
Positive. The Reaper cultists will provide the distraction we need, and I've got a map showing how to access the tower from underground.
Yes.
Excellent. We have no time to lose. Bruce, go get Amy those bolts from the weapons cache. She'll need as many as we can spare.
I really hope you know what you're doing.
You have a cartoony map and people we just recently...
Don't mind him, Amy. He doesn't fully understand the importance of this opportunity. You've done well.
Disillusioned
Soon, the
completely.
aristocracy will be remembered as nothing more than a bad dream.
Here, this should be enough to keep you safe.
Thanks.
Good. Bruce, you'll lead the ambush team. Amy and I will follow her map and enter the tower from below. Once the distraction is in place, I want you to unleash hell. The aristocracy must feel the sting of our blades.
Don't worry, we'll have you covered.
Good luck to you. I look forward to celebrating our victory.
Likewise.
Okay, I have a terrible feeling.
Here, according to the map, we should be right underneath the tower.
I can't see any way to get inside.
There has to be. I'll have a look around.
I have a terrible feeling very soon we're going to find out what the thing in the jar is, just so everyone's forewarned. There's a thing in a jar, by the way. We're going to find out what it is, probably. I'm guessing. Oh, more stuff. Okay, yes. Still doing the thing. All right.
This looks promising. It's still on. I guess it's connected to the ministry somehow.
It all seemed perfectly logical and feasible at the time. Yeah.
We're definitely not going that way. Danger. Do not walk on the tracks. Risk of injury or death. I hardly think that applies anymore. I can't reach it. There has to be a way to get up there. Moving all that rubble would take too long. We need to find a way into the tower, and quickly.
How long is this bar?
I don't see how I can use that there.
No? Okay.
I don't see how I can use that there.
All right.
There isn't much I can do with it.
Try climbing it, I don't know. We don't really have rope.
It's crudely drawn. I don't see...
There has to be a way in from down here.
Right, working on that.
My trusty crossbow. I've got a lot of bolts.
Oh, good!
It seems to be connected to the ladder.
Okay.
Nice work. This should be a good way in.
That's our way in. Are you ready?
Yes. Head up and see where the trapdoor leads. I'll radio Bruce and make sure everyone is in position.
Right.
We had no bolts last time we checked.
Rejoice, rejoice, for the Reaper is near. Soon this life will be but a memory, and the spoils of the Promised Land will be everyone's for the taking. Brothers and sisters, join me in adoration of our Savior.
Let's all pretend we're not having an existential crisis.
This is private property. You'll need to take your celebrations somewhere else.
But, brother, our mission is to spread the word of the Reaper across the land.
Be that as it may, you are not allowed to gather here. Please disperse at once.
Ah, you are fortunate. You will soon know the Reaper. How I envy you.
What are you...
Oh, there it is.
What the? Sounds like some kind of commotion outside. Come on, we'd better check it out.
Ah, here we are.
Inside the belly of the beast at last.
I'm actually not worried about Danton.
Disgusting. We'll have much to change when we come into power. Right. Enough dawdling. We need to get moving. Lead the way, Amy.
Great.
Now is not the time for destruction.
There'll be time to knock this thing down later. We've got more important things to do right now.
Oh, all right.
Time is of the essence, Amy. We need to keep moving.
Well, in that case, the elevator's this way.
Come on, the elevators are this way.
We're getting through that elevator. I suggest you surrender now. Fine. We'll do this the hard way then.
Can we just not? Wow. Okay.
Thanks for the help. He was a tough one.
Don't mention it.
That was sudden.
There'll be time for breaking things later. We need to move.
Do you have anything on him?
Nothing I can do for him.
Oh, okay. I wonder if that was the only possible thing to do here.
Time to destroy the relics of the old.
Okay, fine. Jesus.
Dr. Aquino said the research was kept on the 36th floor, so that's our next stop.
After you.
I wonder if we were supposed to do that. It was certainly efficient. Yes, you're right.
Just fine.
Just fine? You're not scared or worried or anything?
I've been scared too much in my life, Amy. So has everyone else. It's why we're in this situation.
We could die today, you know.
Maybe, but my last moments will be spent ridding the world of tyranny.
I'm very worried about Downton now.
I have this car I'm fixing. Could you make sure my friend Gordon gets it?
Of course. In the event of my passing, return my hat to Bruce. Our mother will need to know.
Sure.
Because of like the tropes associated with all this.
Is that what you're looking for over there?
Yes, but when I saw it at Dr. Aquino's, it was being guarded.
Something about this doesn't feel right. See what you can find. I'll cover you from here.
All right. Yeah, I was just going to save over that, but I do want to come back in, I think, later and see if there's a way to do that without killing anybody.
I saw this bookshelf when Dr. Aquino sent his ravens to search the tower. Looks pretty comfortable.
Let me take some time to sit down.
An old man. He must have been pretty important. A young man. His eyes are blank. That's creepy. A woman. The face is so detailed. I wonder how long it took to carve this. Is that this city? The skyline looks so different.
I don't want to see what the skyline looks like. Okay, just doing a quick bit of checking to see if there's a pixel hunt. No.
Unfortunately, now is not the time to sit down.
Darn it.
Some government document, probably establishing new laws or something. No, no!
What's the matter?
There's nothing here! Dr. Aquino's notebook is gone!
No, that can't be. It can't just have vanished. Tiberius must have taken it somewhere else. We'll find him and we'll make him tell us where it is. Come on, we've just got a few floors left to go.
Well,
I can't reach it from down here. I have a more pressing matter to deal with right now.
Okay.
I don't think that would be a good idea. I can't reach it from down here.
Yeah, if only there were a ladder. Oh well.
Time is of the essence, Amy. We need to keep moving.
Alright. Okay.
Seems to be some kind of maintenance panel for the elevator. It hasn't got much except a reset button. No need to press it. The elevator's working fine.
Oh, that's suspicious.
All right, let's keep heading up.
Right behind you. Don't worry, Amy. We're almost there. I can't wait to see the look on Tiberius's face when...
What was that?
Damn, the elevator stopped. They must have realized where we are. We've got to get out of here. We're sitting ducks. I'm gonna try and pry the door open. Maybe we can escape that way.
Well, luckily there's a panel up here.
A poster commemorating Blast Day. Never forget. I'm not sure I can see anything useful to do there. The ironwork on this gate is extremely detailed.
Yes, let's focus on that. I can't even remember where we are. I'll just save over that one. Alright.
I can't quite reach it. There's an access panel in the ceiling.
Metal bar?
Ah, excellent. We can climb up to the next floor and figure out a way to keep going from there.
Yeah. Ropes.
We're stuck between floors. Pressing buttons won't work. We're stuck.
Alright. Hey, how's it going?
More guards? Just what is Tiberius afraid of? No matter.
Danton, wait!
Stand down, wighead scum!
Ah!
I don't want to risk hitting Danton. There has to be a better way of taking both guards out.
You kidding me? Alright, hang on.
Damn! The bolt just bounced off.
Okay.
That won't help. It looks heavy. Not a bad idea, but I can't reach it from here.
Alright, let's see.
I don't think I can load that into the crossbow.
No, okay, fine.
It's crudely drawn.
Alright.
A little rusty, but...
Do we have anything else?
Wearing a fancy hat. The plaque at the bottom says, Livia McDowell, 2017 to 2052. It's some kind of fancy cabinet. I should really help Danton.
Okay, yeah, working on it.
It's the only thing holding up the
Okay, gotcha. No, I got the idea.
Nice going, Amy. You'd make your father proud.
Good lord.
I'd better not mess with it.
We're very close, Amy. Keep it up.
A lot of shooting
It's
things.
empty, apart from some old towels. I'll leave them there. What a mess.
Alright, where's the, where are we headed? Oh.
The elevator. It can either take us back down to the lobby or further up to Tiberius.
Oh, well, that's where we are. Okay, I see. Yes, right. Okay. Yep, here we go.
The elevator isn't working right now, and I am not climbing down again.
Okay. Oh,
It's
the panel.
elevator maintenance panel.
Oh, there we are.
Okay, shouldn't be much further now. Are you ready?
Just 1 second. I need to check in with Bruce. Bruce, come in, Bruce. Do you
Oh,
copy?
you have radios.
There's a lot of dead down there. Hard to tell from up here, but I think they're mostly guards. We need to move. They'll be coming for us. Come on, let's go.
That would be a problem. Ah, here we are.
What? Who are?
Where is Tiberius? And where is he keeping the green lung research?
You're Danton.
At your service. I won't ask politely again. Where is Tiberius and where is he keeping the research?
He's up those stairs. He has the research with him. He was planning on using it as a bargaining chip. But please, have mercy. Tiberius is not well. He believes things are not as they are.
What are you talking about?
I took advantage of his weaknesses. I have not been honest with him about my abilities.
A fraud psychic. How original.
I am not proud of what I have done. Please, I beg of you, spare my life. I promise to atone for my mistakes. But I implore you, be gentle with Tiberius. He doesn't understand the truth.
This guy's a real piece of work. What do you think, Amy?
Yep.
Should we spare him?
See, and that's the thing is that, what do we think? Should we kill him or not? Who knows? Hello, greetings, Schmelzer. Yes, this was a. I kind of figured that there was something different about this guy. I think there was from the beginning. I kind of figured he had an agenda. Honestly, I'm inclined to spare him. And perhaps we can look later to see what happens if we kill him. I don't know.
Yes, he spent many years advising Tiberius. He might be of some use to us.
Very well. Leave now. We'll talk later.
Thank you.
I just wonder how that affects
Come
things,
on.
right?
We're almost done.
Do not fret. We
Here
aren't
we
in
are.
any danger. The rebels will be defeated.
Oh, there it
Soon
is.
Things will go back to exactly as they were, and it will be as though none of this ever
There's the jar.
I love you too, son.
That's his son. Okay, yeah. I think I had kind of figured that out earlier, but then I forgot.
Tiberius, your time is nearly over.
Ah, you must be the elusive Danton. And Miss Wellard, you're still alive.
No thanks to you.
Esteemed guests, how lovely of you to break into my home. What is it you want?
We're putting an end to your reign, Tiberius. This all ends right here, right now.
How cute of you! Do you think you can waltz in here and fix this city's problems simply by killing me?
I mean,
a start.
Do you really think the aristocracy will end with me? That it cannot function on its own?
A government has no strength without its head. I'm taking over.
Oh? And how do you intend to do that?
By becoming you.
What?
That's not good.
I will wear your mask and clothes. I will become the new Tiberius.
I see.
Then I will bring down the aristocracy from the inside.
How delightfully idealistic!
It's a plan.
Tell me, how much blood will stain your hands in pursuit of this goal?
Less than yours.
And if you do manage to bring about this change you so desire, how will you handle the plague or outside forces who wish to attack?
Oh, that's coming up.
Greenlung won't be a problem for much longer. We know you've got the research to mass produce a cure. Your old friend, Dr. Aquino, will see to that.
Yeah, sure. Tell him the whole plan. Why not?
He lives as well?
Yes, he's the Reaper.
Of course. It makes perfect sense. I think this little charade has
Why
gone
does Amy
on
always
long
spill the beans every time she sees this guy?
More.
No! Watch where you... My boy. My sweet, wonderful boy.
Oh boy.
How could you?
Yeah. That's
You detestable hag.
Yep.
Do you realize what you've done? Oh, my beautiful boy. My only son.
That thing is your son?
Hold your tongue, or I will feed it to the ravens.
Ugh.
So that's what
Yeah.
the soothsayer meant when he said, oh, God.
Do you see, Tiberius? This is the real world. Your family is dead. The city is a mess. Your delusions hurt everyone around you. Amy, this is up to you. Set your sights on his heart. Go ahead, Amy. Finish him off. Put the pathetic creature out of his misery so we can rebuild.
Miss Willard, you cannot let her be in charge of a new government. She will ruin more than she will build. If you spare me, I will make sure that you and those you hold dear are taken care of. You'll want for nothing. Order must be maintained, but we can make things better. Slowly, peacefully.
Don't listen to any more of his lies, Amy. Only a flood can fix a drought.
Uh-huh. Oh, great. Okay. So we have... Well, here we are. I sensed something like this might be coming. Just given that they gave us a choice with the seer. So yeah. So we have a choice. We can shoot Tiberius. We can shoot Danton, or we can shoot both. What have I decided? I think the... Okay, so obviously I think the... well, obviously. So I'm pretty sure they're intending this to be, once again, a land of ambiguity. You know, each of these might give us a different ending. So... the quote-unquote preferred ending, I just the way that things have been going here, I would lean toward just shooting Tiberius, because it's not a bad plan necessarily. The thing is just if we can continue to trust Danton. That's the thing. Which, you know, it's as has been pointed out, not a terrible plan, you know, taking over and, you know, bringing it down from the inside. That's the plan that would happen. I don't think we can trust Tiberius at all. So, I mean, shooting both would be the other way through this. So, I mean, I think that, I think for this, for purposes of, you know, what are we supposed to do? I don't think we're supposed to do anything. I think they're leaving it open on purpose. But, and, you know, if need be, we can restore and try all of these if we want to. I think I'm going to say shoot Tiberius. And we'll see. If there's time, we might go back and see what the other endings are. But, yeah. I'm going to shoot Tiberius.
This will change nothing.
Good work, Amy. You chose well.
So, what happens now?
We've got a lot ahead of us. It won't be easy. I'll dispose of him, then take the Reaper his research so he can get to work on the cure. From there, we'll figure out who is loyal to our cause and who isn't, and cut down those who oppose us.
Oh boy.
You did a good job here today, Amy. I thank you for your service.
Not a problem.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do. We'll be in touch.
Indiana Jones, shoot them both! I know, right?
You must be Dr. Aquino. Amy told me all about you.
And you must be Danton. I have to say I'm surprised to see you in Miss Wellard's place. Is she all right?
Oh, she's fine. I just felt it was more suitable to return your research myself. After all, we'll be working together to produce this cure.
I only hope there are still people left alive to be cured once all is said and done.
More people live, thanks to me, than would ever flourish under the aristocracy.
Oh, I don't doubt you'll bring change to this city. I just question your methods.
The grass always questions the boulder that rolls quickly down the hill. But soon enough, you'll see how much we grow.
Yes, I hear blood is a phenomenal fertilizer.
Oh boy.
I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of it.
Maybe so, but in the end, we'll be free of the aristocracy.
We'll see what happens. At the very least, green lung will be eradicated. Perhaps once the disease is taken care of, you might consider more diplomacy?
I'm not unreasonable. Our ultimate goal is a peaceful existence.
Then at least we can agree to a better future. I think we should part ways for now. There's lots of work to be done.
Good luck to you, Doctor. The Resistance thanks you for your service.
Viva la Revolution! I will know. Yes.
November 9th, 21 years since the bombs fell. Danton stuck Tiberius's head over the entrance of the Ministry of Medicine.
Wow.
People waiting in line for their cures were both amazed and terrified.
Great. That's great.
The revolution against the other ministries had many recruits who quickly went to their deaths. Sometimes I wonder if all this bloodshed was worth it. I've lost more friends and loved ones in the past year than I can count. But at the same time, they met their ends with pride. They died with dignity. I suppose in this dusty, dying place, that's all you can really ask for.
Man. Chaos! I got an achievement. It says, tip your hat to the revolution. Light shines on. You completed the game, it says. Shardlight! We made it! We made it to the end! Wow. Well, there we are. It's fascinating, really. It's fascinating. I can see this. It's interesting just because I see. And we only lost our souls. Yes. Just such a small price to pay. You'll hardly notice it's missing. Ah, dear. It's interesting. I have feelings about this. I don't know. This is very much like a they're kind of like they're rebelling against the way that that a lot of games are made, or the plot lines of a lot of games, because they went they went so hard in this than they typically do, or than in most other adventure games I've seen, point and click adventure games. I mean, even if you compare it to like the Sierra's Manhunter series, which goes pretty damn hard, they got so much more into the psychology of this. And of course, you know, if you want to say the Manhunter series was sort of limited by technology to an extent, this was this is quite a lot. This is quite a bit. This was a lot. This was a lot. But very interesting. Reaper cultist George. I still, what we did to the poor Reaper cultists. I feel so terrible about that. I actually feel the worst about the Reaper cultists, because it's like we barge in, we reveal that their god is really just an ordinary human being, and then we expect them, just while they're still processing that, to go out here, now go and chill for the Reaper. Some guy was one of the additional voices. I just don't know. I don't know what to think. But overall, I liked this quite a bit. Just because I've been a fan of games of this type for a very long time. I guess, well, it's interesting. Yeah, it's hard to say, you know, as I was saying that this game goes harder than most I've seen. I think because there's a certain point, like games that were from the 90s, there was a certain degree of where edginess was a thing at the time. Sort of almost, it became an assumed thing in many ways. So the thing is, while it does seem to go harder than a lot of them, it doesn't seem out of place, if you take my meaning. The ways, though, in which it seems out of place is just the degree of detail about this kind of plotline. I don't know that we would have gotten that there would have been support for that. This would have cost so much money back then. Bonus content unlocked in menu. Oh no. Oh no! There's more! There's more! Oh god! No, not that that's a bad thing. Dedicated and loving memory of Mercedes Escobar. Wow. I think it's a good game. It's a good adventure game. It is very much, you know, lead you down a very specific path. And so, in many ways, you know, a lot of adventure games sometimes of this type also will share a certain amount of DNA, I think, with what later you had visual novels, that kind of thing. So, I mean, you do get that. But I like seeing, you know, doing the little things to make the story unfold. Critwitch is saying, I suppose a better approach would have been to continue to be the Reaper and say, serve by going to the tower and extol my glory to the unbelievers there. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, totally, but then you can't ask the doctor to do that, right? Here, go be a fraud on purpose now. And I totally get it. I mean, that's absolutely a thing. That approach occurred to me as well. But like, yeah, you're just sort of gonna tell him to do that. I don't know. Let me actually try a thing here real quick. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm gonna look at the options that have been unlocked real quick. I want to just see if I can grab something real quick. Something I've been meaning to look at. Yes, feel free to dive out and come back. Anyone, do what you need to do. We're gonna take a look at the options, and then I think I'm gonna look at see what the alternate endings are, if they exist, which they probably do. Let me see here. Yes, this is the one. That I'm just gonna grab this real quick. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, there's a thing I'm grabbing here real quick, just because I see that I can. In my madness here. It's a little change I meant to implement, and I never got around to it, so I'm doing it now. I'm doing it live, so that folks may see. I can, if need be, I can do this thing where I can show the, chat, which hopefully will come out all right. Or anyone watching this later. And, there's just a little thing I was thinking of doing. Let me go ahead and add that also to the other window. So that way. Actually, no, let me go ahead and let me remove that. That's not how I wanted to do that at all. Hang on. Wow, okay. I thought perhaps I could copy and paste it exactly the same way, but apparently that's not a thing I can do quite as easily while live. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, this is not hugely important for me to do right now, but of course I'm doing it while I'm thinking of it, because I will forget otherwise. Because that is a thing that happens to my brain frequently. Okay. That goes down there, and that goes then over here. So that we can do this on either end, and it'll work. Anyway, so now having done that, I'm going to take it away. Because that was just mostly so that I can make certain that that is doable. Okay, so what options have they added here? Bonus content. Concept art, bloopers, and okay, we might look at the bloopers, but not right now. What I'm going to do, we're going to load. We're going to see if we can look at the other endings. If there are other endings. Okay. So we hit the panel. And we go up in the elevator.
Just once. Bruce.
She talks to Bruce.
There's a... We need... Come on.
They go up in the elevator.
What?
Where is Tiberius?
You.
Adios.
He. But please, Tiberius.
What?
Please, but I am...
This guy. What are you...
And then we have to decide which thing to do. And this time I'm going to say to kill him.
His lies have only warped Tiberius further. The dead deserve justice.
A wise decision.
No, please.
Come on, we're almost done.
Do not fret. We aren't in any danger.
Okay.
Soon things will go back.
We're going to have to deal with this again.
Love you too.
Tiberius.
Ah,
Okay.
you must be the elusive Danton and Miss Weller.
No thanks to you.
Esteemed guest.
We're putting an
Okay, so this we know how this scene goes.
How cute of you. Do you think
it's a
Do you really think the aristocracy will end with me? That it cannot
Yes, we're
function
going
on its
to.
own?
We're looking at the other endings.
government has no strength without its head.
I
I'm
hope.
taking over.
It's like, wait, what?
And how?
By becoming you.
What?
I will wear your mask and clothes. Then I will bring down the aristocracy from the inside.
How
Okay.
Tell me, how much
less?
Much dialogue once again.
And if you
Greenlung won't be. We know you. Yes.
And then you tell him to spill the beans.
I could.
No. What were you?
And then the body in the jar comes out. Yeah.
That. So that. Oh.
Do you see? Your family is. Amy, this is up to you.
Okay. Well.
Go ahead, Amy. Finish him off. Put the pathetic creature out of his misery so we can rebuild.
Miss Willard, you cannot let her be in charge of a new government. She will ruin more than she will build. If you spare me, I will make sure that you and those you hold dear are taken care of. You'll want for nothing. Order must be maintained, but we can make things better. Slowly, peacefully.
Don't listen to any more of his lies, Amy. Only a flood can fix a drought.
Okay, now we're going to take the next item on the list. We're going to shoot Danton and see what happens. Heavens help us.
No! No, this can't be. You've doomed us all.
Very good, Miss Willard. Now, there is just one last loose end to tie up. I cannot allow you to take those research notes. Allowing them outside the control of the aristocracy is out of the question.
Are you planning to develop a permanent cure?
Given current events, it would be foolish not to. In any case, I am a man of my word. You will receive a dose of the cure as soon as it is available, as well as provided a new home with access to clean water and food. All this, of course, in exchange for your silence. You are not to tell anyone about what you have discovered. Settling any public unrest is already going to be a difficult task. Understand that violation of this agreement will have swift and dire consequences. Do I make myself...
Deal!
Yes. I hope you know what you're doing, Tiberius.
More than you know. Please, leave me now. I have much to do.
Yeah, here we are. Yep, that's what I figured.
Edwin, you've never looked better.
Julian, I must say I'm surprised to see you. Does this mean Miss Willard?
She's quite all right. In fact, I would argue she's never been better. She's decided to take up my offer of working as a government mechanic.
I see.
As part of the deal, I am to offer amnesty to her friends and loved ones. Your old position at the Ministry of Medicine is available, should you choose to return to it.
Not if you continue hoarding vaccine.
No, those days are past. I'm afraid that unfortunate attempt at an uprising has made me have a change of heart. Your research will be used to mass produce a cure. There are other ways to maintain order.
So you want me to work for you again, but you'll produce the cure no matter what?
Correct.
No.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your final word?
You've set fire to this country too many times under my watch, Julian. I'm done. There are other cities out there, other countries. I'll find my place in one of them. Goodbye,
Well.
Julian. Give my regards to Miss Willard.
November 9th, 21 years since the bombs fell, and we finally have a cure for Greenlung. People were celebrating in the streets for days. I've never seen such a desperate line with so many tears being shed. But Tiberius wasn't lying. Now food, water, and housing are even harder to come by. Despite this, I still hear whispers about glorious Tiberius, who saved us all from Greenlung. My friends and I are taken care of, but everything has changed. We sit down to dinner together and just stare at the food. We don't know what to do with it, how to feel about it. We eat in silence. We try to forget how we earned our place. At night, I pray Dad is still proud of me and the choices I made.
Order. You maintained the status quo. That's the achievement I just got. It's giving me achievements. Steam is giving me achievements for every one of these I look at. So that's that one. Is it going to let me... Nope. Nope. You will watch these credits! That is an interesting ending. I do have to say. You're right. You're right. That is an interesting ending. Everything will be the same. I'm just going to press this button. There we go. That brings us back. Good old F9. So there we are. I'm going to... Time to set time back one more time.
Okay, shouldn't be much further now.
Just 1 second.
Bruce, and she goes check in with
Bruce.
And now ending C.
There's a lot of dead down there. We need to... Come on.
What?
Where?
You.
Adios.
He. But please, Tiberius.
What?
I, please, but I am...
This guy. What do you
We're gonna need help, so we're going to spare him.
Yes, he spent many years advising Tiberius. He might be of some use to us.
Very well. Leave now. We'll talk later.
Thank you.
Come on. We're almost done.
Yes. Spoilers for the ending of this game. All right.
Any danger? Soon things.
Okay, he's
love you too.
Creepily talking to, to the jar.
Tiberius.
Ah, you must and Miss.
No thanks.
Esteemed guests.
Where?
Yep, here we go. All right.
How cute of you. Do you think
it's a?
All right.
Do you
Find
really think the aristocracy will end
nothing
with
happened.
me?
A government.
Oh, and how do you intend to do that?
By becoming you.
What?
I will wear your mask and clothes. I will become the new Tiberius. Then I will bring down the aristocracy from the inside.
How delightfully idealistic! Tell me.
Less than.
All right.
And if you do manage to bring about this change...
Green Lung won't be a problem for much. We know.
And there she is telling him all about it.
He lives as well?
Yes, he's the Reaper.
Of course. I think this little charade has gone on long enough.
I could.
No! Watch where you... My boy.
Well, there it is again. Oh boy.
You detestable hag! Do you realize what you've done? Oh, my beautiful boy!
That thing?
Hold your tongue, or I will feed it to the ravens, Willard.
So that's what the soothsayer meant when he said, "Oh, God."
Do you see, Tiberius? This is the real world.
Oof.
Your family is dead. The city is a mess. Your delusions hurt everyone around you. Amy, this is up to you. Set your sights on his heart.
Okay, here we go.
Go ahead, Amy. Finish him off. Put the pathetic creature out of his misery so we can rebuild.
Miss Willard, you cannot let her be in charge of a new government. She will ruin more than she will build. If you spare me, I will make sure that you and those you hold dear are taken care of. You'll want for nothing. Order must be maintained, but we can make things better. Slowly, peacefully.
Don't listen to any more of his lies, Amy. Only a flood can fix a drought.
Well, here we are, once again at this decision point. And, only one more to choose. We're going to shoot both.
This will change nothing.
Good work, Amy. You made the right... Wait! What are you doing?
Saving our country.
Yep.
I'm sorry it had to end this way. For both of you.
So?
I got your research.
Indeed. And so much more. That was quite the impressive display.
So, what happens now?
At the very least, we cure Greenlung. After that, I have no idea.
There's still the other aristocrats to deal with.
Yes, and the question of who will govern the people.
Please stop looking at me like that. I am no leader.
Consider what you've done in the past few weeks. How quickly you've risen. The city needs someone like you, Amy.
I'll do it, but on one condition. I want you to rule with me.
Oh?
Sure. You have connections in the other ministries. Help me take Tiberius's place and convince the remaining aristocrats to form a better government.
Introduce a bit of uncertainty. Are you sure that's what the people will want?
The people want their lives back. I think we can deliver that.
Interesting. I think it will take a lot of work, but we can definitely build a better future for this city. Which reminds me...
I wonder if the Raven cultists would vote for it.
A carburetor and spark plugs, designed to fit an older model vehicle. They were just laying around.
I... Thank you.
Don't mention it. Now I think we should part ways for the time being. We both have a lot of work to do. I should have the cure ready in a few days. I'd be honored if you were my first patient.
It would be my pleasure.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, Amy.
Yeah, I suspect this is the correct ending, possibly, because...
November 9th, 21 years since the bombs fell.
They...
Growing up, I thought my biggest headache would be gas leaks and carburetors. Now I worry about national food supplies. Still, it was worth seeing the party in the streets when Greenlung was finally cured.
Yeah, they brought it back around to the car.
Dr. Aquino is confident our industry will be back in the next 5 years at this rate. I certainly hope so. Sometimes I miss the old days, when I could just fix cars and stop for a chat with my friends. But at least now, when I look out over the market, I can see them all smiling back at me.
Free will, an age of uncertainty, but of happiness. That's the achievement we just got there. And that's it. Now we are, in fact, finally done. It's interesting. Yeah, God, what was I going to say? Well, yeah, it's because they had raised that near the beginning, the whole thing about her trying to fix her father's car and not being able to, and never having the time and never having the parts. And so the fact that they brought that back up at the end to resolve that tells me that this is probably the preferred ending. Granted, I mean, they probably say that every ending is viable, just depends on what you choose. And I get that. But this feels more like the right ending to me, I think, for this story. This is just shooting them both in cold blood. And that's the thing that made it look a little silly even was just the fact that she's like, nope, I'm just going to recock this crossbow. Because that's the thing, you have to reset the crossbow. Take your time to do that before shooting your leader in the chest. So I can definitely see that that is an issue. Oh dear. Well, I think we're almost there. I think I have to decide: do we want to look at the bloopers? Is that the there's that one thing left that we could look at if we want, before we sign off. Yes, shoot him in the other heart. Yes. I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting story. I think that they did a lot of... I mean, they're doing a lot to try to make it stand out. This, I think, was one of the earlier games that these folks put out. They've put out more since then. This was 2016 that this one came out. And I have some others I think, that I've purchased already. So there we will have fodder for more adventure games coming up, but this was pretty good. They did a good job. I'm going to go ahead and look at the bloopers, and I think then that'll be it. Let me go ahead and press the button to take us back here to the main menu. And we will go ahead and look here. So there's concept art, Amy concept sketch, and color tests. Oh. They just finally decided on this pattern. And Soothsayer's Antechamber, concept sketch. And in concept says Green Lung Victim. Initial character tests. Interesting. These two look identical, except this one, something different with the mask. Propaganda posters. Ah, nice. The aristocracy is a friend of the people. The aristocracy guiding our youth to a better tomorrow. Oh my god. Your government needs you. Sign up today for the vaccine lottery. You man who had green lung. He got his vaccine regularly. He didn't. Oh god. Very reminiscent of like the sort of 1940s, 30s and 40s recruitment posters for various types. Remember Blast Day. Some thoughts from 1950s thrown in here. Support the aristocracy and you will be supported. Don't fall for lies and superstitions. The Reaper cult is a farce. There is no Reaper. A message from the aristocracy. The Styx subway. Oh, okay, when they were doing the subway. And we're back to here. Okay. Yeah, sure, let's look at the bloopers. I'm concerned. He actually hates children, Harrison.
Central.
Well, you're. Sounds like a good man. That sounded like I'm a. Sounds like a good man. Sorry, excuse me. Hello, man. A man. Okay. Woo, all right.
And just the voice recordings here.
Well, you're pretty brave, Tina. You little shit.
Kids jumping rope.
Okay.
They didn't manage to get very far before being discovered and quelled by the aristocracy. Sugar bombs! Gosh bless it! Golly gee! Okay. It's the best word ever. I would like to change that. She's got a speech impediment. Okay.
Central storage is located to the left of the administrative cafeteria. That's where you're going next. I bet there's something important in there.
The little guidance system in the hospital.
I was looking for solace.
Oh God.
Last year, I lost my entire family to green lung. I was devastated, Doctor. One day, I was walking through the market district, and you happened to speak to.
All right, that's okay.
Good God.
Back to business.
Oh my God. The Davros voice.
The store is located in the quarantine zone. Dun dun.
Coffee. That comes with the Ministry of Medicine. We provide all coffee services as they can be enjoyed. That is the way in which one will be able to cure the plague. Nope, nope, nope. You're not allowed to have any. Double espresso shall be provided only to members of the intergovernment.
Nice. I don't know. Can you folks hear these okay? Or am I just cackling insanely to a lack of audio?
Would we be able to find one or more in the city? Maybe a Radio Shack or something? Sorry, the Shack.
I miss Radio Shack. There were times when I was a wee lad, my mother and I used to go in there and look at things.
What did you mean when you said I should shut up? What? 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 That was great. What did you mean by telling me to shut the fuck up? Oh my god.
Sputum, yeah. Sputum. Look for green. Sputum. Just like that. Sputum. Look for green. Sputum. Mr. Black.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Marvelous. Fantastic. Fucking A.
Much heavy swearing. All right.
Thank you. I was just excited to use the word trollop. Trollop!
What is it, Amy?
What is it, Amy?
Yes, what is it?
All right. Well, there we are. Those little things they're recording. That was cute. Okay. Well, that's that. We have finished the game. Thank you all very much for hanging out. I very much appreciate it. This was fun. I can't think of anything else to say about this aside from just, it is reminiscent of a lot of the games that I used to play in the 90s, and also not, because of sort of how they are dealing with subject matter and how hard they go on all of it. It's an interesting story. But we are done. We are done at last. So I guess the question now remains, what's next? Well, I have to decide if I'm going to be, as far as just video game wise, I'm Among Trees has gotten a little bit samey for me. I have found out there apparently is an ending when you build a certain thing. So I'm thinking I will come back to Among Trees. I just don't know how soon I'm going to. There's that question. It's just sort of when I need to kind of chill with just gathering random things and trying to fill in bits of map. It can get a little frustrating though because of how hard it is to get a hold of ingredients sometimes. So with that one, so we'll see. It's going to be sporadic. So the other thing that I'm still playing is Age of Empires. We're in the middle of trying to deal with the Minoans on that, so I'll see if probably sometime soon we'll get back to that. I just once again to bash our head against the brick wall that is the various campaigns in Age of Empires 1. So we'll see how that goes. Or I might, now pick another thing to hop back and forth between. We'll see. Still we have, for the time being, every other Thursday. When we're both available, Lucci and I have started playing Deadline, an old text adventure by Infocom. And so we play that and make various silly comments at each other. And so that happens like every other Thursday or so. Next month, probably not so much because he's getting hitched. So there's a time issue on that. So we'll see. But then let's see other things happening on this channel. There are more things coming up. Now today, you may notice Sunday, and we did not do this today. I did this instead because not everyone was available. But when we have everyone available, on Sundays we're going to start with Alas for the Angry Void. You saw you may have seen, we showed the Session 0 last Sunday. So that's available as a VOD here still. So we'll be getting into that campaign. I've still got some planning I've got to do for it, so dealing with that. There's some offline gaming I'm also doing that I'm planning for just to try to prep for other things. There's a thing I will be announcing officially shortly that will be happening on Thursday evenings. We have to get it. We have to agree on when we're starting before I can announce it. So nothing yet. I will just tease you with that. There's a thing coming. And that again, tabletop RPG. We'll see. We'll see. But soon, it is happening. Just has to. We have to get things together. And there's other stuff going on as well that we're not quite close enough yet for me to really talk about at any length. But I've got a one shot I'm going to be doing on another channel, like in the beginning of May. I'll talk more about that soon. But stuff is happening. We're just sort of feeling things out in the planning phases, as it were, as always. But thank you all very much for hanging out with me and patiently sitting through my need to click on everything in the universe. I do adore these kinds of games. So, we might go see someone when we hit the end card, possibly. I'll see who's available. And we might go say hi to them. If that's the case, feel free to hang on and say hi to them with us. In the meantime, folks, thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you all of a sudden.